Hi friends, my name is Faye and you're watching Mystery Date with a Book. First thing I want to say, I can't start this video without saying a massive thank you to every single one of you. If you've subscribed, if you've just watched the video and never came back again, it doesn't matter. I'm just glad you're here and thank you so much, especially if you've been here for a while. I've had this channel now for technically almost 3 years, but I took a year out when I went to do my PGC at uni, so almost 2 years then, actually making videos and stuff. I have no words, honestly. I never thought this day would come. Now, right now, I'm getting ready for this Q&A. Let me put this over here. I'm just watching some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as you do, and where are we going? Looking at the questions. I'm looking at the questions. I have all your entries here. Now, I didn't think this through whenever I did the giveaway. This is a lot of work. But you know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna cut them up, put them in here, and go through all the questions and then do the giveaway. So, bear with me. I'm gonna go back to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, cut these up, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna come back and do the questions, okay? See you in like 1 second for you and like 20 minutes for me. See you soon. Okay, we're back. I have all the names in here. So if you left me one question, your name went in here once. If you left me 5 questions, like most of you have, thank you very much, then your name is down here 5 times. Does that make sense? Yeah, there's lots of names in here. And we're gonna leave this till the end. So, let's see. We're going... Oh, first of all, let me tell you what just happened. Okay, let me just show you. Today has been such a brilliant day, okay? It's not even lunchtime yet, and it's already been brilliant. I got book mail! I pre-ordered this little beauty here on Waterstones ages ago, and it finally arrived! On the day when I got 1,000 subscribers. Isn't this meant to be? Honestly, it's just brilliant. This is the second book in the Eve of Man trilogy series. I'm not sure what it's gonna be, don't know, but the first book, I have it up there, Eve of Man, is brilliant. It's by, I can never remember their names, Giovanna and Tom Fletcher. Such an underrated book. I need to talk more about this, but anyway, we have a lot of questions to go through, so we're gonna go through the questions, okay? Okay, so the first question we have here is by Connor Booktube, and he asks, if you weren't a Hufflepuff, what house do you think you'd fit in the most? Now, the first time I ever did the test, the sorting hat test, the quiz, it gave me Ravenclaw. Then the second time, because I did it about 3 times, don't ask me why, I don't know. So the first time it gave me Ravenclaw, the second time I was a Hufflepuff, and then the third time it came up as Hufflepuff again. So I was like, okay, so maybe I'm a Hufflepuff. But my second house would have been Ravenclaw. Okay, question number 2. Have you read a book that made you so mad that you ended up throwing it across the room in anger? Actually, no. It's really hard to get me angry. I'm not really an angry person, I'm not aggressive. I don't remember ever throwing a book. At all. No. Sorry, Connor. No. Question number 3. What has been the best video for you to film for your channel? I always like doing reading vlogs, like readathons, things like that. Because, you get little snippets of my day. And so, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm actually sitting down to film. I just get my phone whenever something happens and I start, oh hey, so here's an update and blah blah blah. It feels more natural. So yeah, I think any readathon really, any vlog. I like doing vlogs. I think they're more natural. They're more, genuine. I don't know. Not that my sit down videos aren't genuine. That's not what I'm saying. It's just more me. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Number 4. Have you joined in the hype and hated a much loved book? I wouldn't say I hated a hyped up book, but I was disappointed. I didn't like The Raven Cycle. I'm sorry. By Maggie Stiefvater. I'm sorry. I know some people love that series, but I read the first one. I read The Raven Boys, and I really didn't like it. I didn't care about any of the characters, so I'm really sorry if you like that book. Good for you, but I didn't like it. Next one. We're gonna fly through the questions, guys. Okay, because there's a lot of them. Number 5. What's a typical reading week like for you? Do you mean typical week in lockdown, or typical week in real life working? I don't know. Usually, whenever I'm working, I will only read in the evening, or on the weekends, just on my bed or whatever. Whenever I'm chilling. Now that we're on lockdown, I have nothing to do, so I'm either playing The Sims or I'm reading. That's what I'm doing basically, or watching Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever. So yeah, I would usually read whenever. Okay, thank you so much, Connor, for giving us those questions. Your name has been put into our prize ball 5 times. Good luck. Okay, then we have questions from, is it Collie Reads or Coley Reads? I'm really sorry, I'm really bad with names, as you know. Coley Reads, I'm not really sure. I'd have to check on that. Okay, we have questions. What's your most favorite thing about the BookTube community? I know it's going to sound very cliche, but the friends that I've made here. I've made lots of really good friends. Like people who I talk to whenever I'm whenever I'm upset, or if I have to make a really serious decision, and things like that. I've made good friends here on BookTube, and I know I can just talk to them whenever I want, and that feels really, really nice. So yeah, the friends. Okay, next. Play Kiss, Marry, or Kill with your top 3 favorite books. Oh, that's hard. I know this is really a question. Okay, so first of all, I'd have to pick 3 favorite books, which is hard. I don't have a favorite book. So I'm going with series, okay? 3 series. Harry Potter, obviously. Mistborn. And The Lunar Chronicles, okay? 3 of my favorite series. Alright. Kiss, Marry, or Kill. How do you kiss, marry, or kill a book? Coley, this is hard. Okay, I would kiss Mistborn, whatever that means. I would marry the Harry Potter books and kill the Lunar Chronicles. I'm sorry, I feel bad about killing the Lunar Chronicles. I mean, how do you even kill a book? I don't know. I'm not sure I get this question. I'm sorry, Coley. Number 3, what are your favorite videos to film? As I said before, readathons or vlogs, of any kind. I like vlogs. I like watching vlogs as well, so, I like vlogs. That's my answer. Next one. Worst book you've ever read? The worst book I've ever read? Probably, yeah. It was an ARC that I got, and it was so bad I couldn't even finish it. I didn't do a review or anything. I told the author, I'm sorry, no, you need to go back and edit it, the whole thing. Like, it didn't make any sense. The writing was bad. It was a fantasy book. The writing was really bad. The world building was confusing. I couldn't picture anything in my mind. I think there had something to do with colors, and there were like flying unicorns. Like, I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, I don't even remember the name of that book. It was a couple of years ago. So yeah, that was the worst book I've ever read. Number 5, best book you've ever read. The best book I've ever read. That would be like asking my favorite book, wouldn't it? I don't have a favorite book. I don't know. it's like choosing a favorite child, you know. I don't have a favorite book. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Best book. Okay, one of the best books I've ever read was, let me see, I'm looking at my shelves here. Recently, I've read Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I know Cassandra Clare is not a great writer. You know, if we're looking at it objectively, Cassandra Clare is not the best writer out there. But the world that she has created and, you know, the characters, I fell in love with them. She's a good storyteller. She's not a good writer, but she's a good storyteller. So that was one of my favorite books of the year so far. You know, one of them. What else? I finished the Mistborn trilogy this year, so you know that was really good as well. I don't know, there's so many books. I'm sorry. I can't choose a favorite book. Sorry. Next question. What's a book that isn't really talked about that you recommend? I know this is the second one, but go read the first one, okay? Eve of Men. It says right there, Eve of Men by Giovanna and Tom Fletcher. Such an underrated book. It's so good. I've talked about this on my channel already, but it was a while ago, so whenever I'm doing a book haul or something, I'm gonna talk about this. But yeah, we have no time to do this right now. Thank you, Carly Reads. Now, next person we have here is Read Me Free. Question number 1. Here we go. What was your favorite book as a child? My favorite book as a child. I got this book when I was around 9 or 10, and we were about to move to a different city. As you do, you know, I moved a lot growing up because of my dad's job. And this family friend, she gave me a book. It was a picture book. It was 101 Dalmatians, and that's the first book I remember really loving. It was special to me. So I read that countless times. I don't even know. I lost the book now because I've moved so much. I don't have it anymore. But yeah, that was really special. So yeah, 101 Dalmatians. Okay, next question. What's your earliest book-related memory? I think that was it. Because, let me tell you, for some reason, I don't remember my childhood. I don't remember anything that happened before the age of 9. So, yeah, don't ask me why. I don't know. But my earliest book memory is getting that book, that 101 Dalmatians book, from a family friend. And, yeah, that was really special. Okay, so, next question. I feel like this is not a good setup because I keep looking that way at the questions and not at you. I'm really sorry if that bothers you. I know it's bothering me a little bit, but we're just gonna get through this, okay? There are too many questions. Next question. Here. What book would you like to read again for the first time? Easy. Harry Potter. I wish I could forget the whole Harry Potter series and just read it all again. I'm so jealous of people who go on Twitter, for example, and say, I'm reading Harry Potter for the first time. I'm so jealous because I want to go through that again, you know, not knowing what's going to happen. So yeah, easy one, easy question, easy answer. Harry Potter. Okay, are there any books that you wish you hadn't read at all? Not really. Not really. Even the books that I've DNF'd, because they helped me realize what I like in a book and what I don't like. They made me grow, you know, as a reader. So, no, I don't regret reading anything, really. I don't think, no. Okay, thank you very much, Read Me Free, for those questions. And another person we have here, Novels. I hope I'm saying this right. I'm really bad with names, okay? Okay, Novels. I'm gonna say it like this. First question, let me see. Okay, my first question is, what's your favorite book character? Interesting. One of my favorite book characters would have to be Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. I just love how she doesn't care what people think of her. She is different in every way, and she owns it. you know, growing up, moving from place to place, I was always the new girl. I was always different from other people. Sometimes I was in a different country. Sometimes, if you go back to your original country, people will treat you as a foreigner. So, I was always a different one in the class. So I can relate to Luna. I wish I had read Harry Potter when I was in school, but I wasn't allowed to read Harry Potter. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, Luna would have helped me as a child. I can see myself in her a lot. I wish I was as confident as she is. Okay, what's your favorite animal? Dogs. Love, love, love dogs. I'm not sure if you can hear, but right now Millie is having a fit in the back garden. She's barking her head off, so we're gonna ignore that. But dogs, I love dogs. Okay, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Okay, I love Ben and Jerry's. I love Magners? No, Magners is a cider. Magnum. Okay, I love Ben and Jerry's and Magnum. Ben and Jerry's, I like the fish food, which is chocolate with marshmallow. Oh my goodness, so good. And Magnum, I like the white chocolate Magnum. Oh, it's so, so good. So yes, basically chocolate ice cream. I like my chocolate. Okay, lastly, what would be your ideal partner from a book? Ooh, interesting question. I don't know, whenever I read a book, I see myself as the main character sometimes, but I don't usually think, oh, that would be a good partner for me. I don't know, good question. Maybe Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter. I need to step away from Harry Potter. I know, all my answers are based on Harry Potter. But I think Neville will be quite a nice boyfriend, He will be quite caring and thoughtful and, yeah, I think Neville Longbottom. Yeah, I've never thought of that. Good question. You guys are making me think, like, really. Okay, Kathy. Oh, Trithart? I'm really bad. I'm gonna call you Kathy, okay? Okay, question number 1. What's your favorite book with a dragon? Ooh. Book with a dragon. I'm gonna say Wondersmith. It's the second book in the Nevermore series by Jessica Townsend, and oh, so good. There's a character there that has a pet dragon, I think. That's right. I hope I'm not mixing stories up. I think that's what it is. So, Wondersmith, yes. I can't remember the name of the character, but my favorite book with a dragon, Wondersmith. What are you reading right now, and how do you feel so far? Okay, so I'm doing 2 buddy reads right now because I'm doing the Owls Readathon, and so I ended up doing 2 buddy reads at once. It's brilliant, but it keeps me reading all the time. I'm reading all day long. I'm reading Inkheart by Cornelia Funk. It's actually over here. Let me get you the book. Okay, so I'm reading Inkheart by Cornelia Funk, and it's so, so good. Oh my goodness, I love how they appreciate books so much in this story. Like, the characters really, really appreciate their books, and I'm loving this. Honestly, I really need to carry on with the series after I'm done with the buddy read. I'm buddy reading this with Kat from Brews and Reviews, and if you don't know, we're kind of like a package deal, okay, on BookTube. Let me just tell you. If you're subscribed to one of our channels, you have to be subscribed to the other one, okay? We started BookTube at the same time, and we're about to reach 1,000 subscribers at the same time. So, I call her my sister channel. So, Kat from Brews and Reviews, I'm going to leave her link down below. You should go and subscribe to her because she's fabulous. And anyway, the second book I'm reading, let's not get carried away, let's not get sidetracked. I'm reading, here, I took the dust jacket off, Heroes of Olympus, The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. The Lost Hero, oh my goodness, I'm loving this book so much, so much. It's so nice to go back to Camp Half-Blood, and I don't know, it feels very nostalgic. I've never read this book before. I've only read the Percy Jackson series, you know, the first series. So I'm loving this, honestly. I don't know what else to say. I'm loving the series. I need to carry on with the series as well. Next question. How are you dealing with the lockdown? Okay, so if you follow me, if you've seen my video from a couple of weeks ago, or one or 2 weeks ago, you know I was not having a good time back then. I don't know, I was doing fine until that day, whenever I opened the kitchen cupboard and Millie, my dog, was running out of dental sticks. It's just, you know, a little treat that takes care of your dog's teeth. You know, she has one every night after dinner. She loves it. She absolutely loves her dental sticks. She will come and ask me for it every night. So when I opened that packet and I saw we were running out, that was my trigger. I kind of panicked. I thought, Millie can't go without her dental sticks. I need to do something about this because I'm responsible for her. I'm gonna start tearing up just thinking about it. She's my baby. I'm responsible for her and she loves those treats. So that was my trigger. I was like, how do I get more? I can't go out. I can't leave my house because my parents are high risk. So I just broke down that day. I excuse me. I made that video. Then I sat on the floor of my room. I cried. I had a proper sob. My mom was across the hall. She couldn't even get close to me, and you know, it was hard. It was a hard day. And after I filmed that, I actually got in touch with Kat from Brews and Reviews. Remember? Sister channels. I got in touch with her. I was like, I just made a video, but I'm not sure if I should upload it. So we talked through it, and you know, she calmed me down, and in the end I decided that yes, it would be helpful to other people, because I didn't want people to think I was posting that just to get more views. If you know me at all, that's not what I do. Okay, if I wanted more views, I'd start by wearing makeup. Okay, I would look after myself a little bit more, but you know, so then I decided to post that video because I thought, you know, if I'm feeling like that, somebody else who's on YouTube might be feeling the same way. So, you know, they wouldn't feel so alone. They know that we're all struggling, we're all going through this, and we're all coping with it in different ways. So basically that's why I posted that video. And yeah, but now after that, I was completely fine. I had my moment, I had a cry, and that was it. I'm fine now, I'm okay. We have been getting supermarket deliveries now. They have been opening up more delivery slots, so you know, I'm a bit more calm and collected. You know, we're back to being our happy selves. But yeah, that was a tough day. So yeah, next question. Okay, thanks Kathy for the questions. Now, read now, sleep later. I love your channel name, by the way. Read now, sleep later. I love that. Okay, question. If you had to pick one character to live with, who would it be? As you can tell, as you can see, I haven't actually thought about the questions yet. So, if you had to pick one character to live with, who would it be? I was gonna say Molly Weasley. She's such a comfy character, you know, such a mom. But I'm gonna step away from Harry Potter because I don't want all my answers to be based on Harry Potter. I would like to live with, let me think. I don't know. Okay, we're going with Molly Weasley, okay, from Harry Potter. I can't help it. I keep going back to Harry Potter. Okay, next question. What will be your ideal library? Okay, my ideal library, I think I showed you my ideal library in a video last week, the week before, I don't know. It would be cozy, but sunny. You know, I don't want it to be stuffy, but sunny. I would have lots of comfy chairs on it, and lots and lots and lots of books. Next question. What is it like working as an extra or being in films? I really like it. I've been doing this for about 9 years now, and you start off by working in the background, you know, but as you get to know the assistant directors and the crew and all that, they start moving you forward until you're actually interacting with the main characters. And so I've really loved it, really. I've done series, films, ads. I've done a little bit of each, and so I really enjoy it. The more you get to know people, especially here in Northern Ireland, it's such a small place that the crew is always the same. You know, in different productions, you get to know them, so you start to feel like they're friends. You know, I have some of them on Facebook, and we just chat. It's brilliant. I've met a lot of people through that, so yeah, I've met a lot of A-list actors, and let me tell you, some of them are really nice, others not so much. So yeah, thanks for your question. That was really good. Thank you. Okay, Rajathon. Rajathon. I knew you'd be here. Okay, question. Where's your favorite place to visit in Ireland? Now, I can't really talk about the Republic of Ireland because I've only ever been to Dublin. You know, that was it. That's all I know about the Republic of Ireland. But Northern Ireland, where I live, is full of places. Like, I did an ad for Tourism and they took us to all these different tourist places that they wanted to advertise. And oh my goodness, there's so much to do in Northern Ireland. Honestly, you all need to come over. So we went to a sheepdog farm. It was amazing. We went to an apple orchard place. We went to a ship from the war times. You know, they still have all their cabins and stuff in there. It's brilliant. Of course, the Giant's Causeway up in the north. The Giant's Causeway is beautiful as well. So yeah, if you want to come and visit Ireland, please let me know, and you know, we can tour we can tour the place. Okay, so thanks for your question. Okay, Helen Slater. I love that surname, by the way, Slater. Like you're slaying everything. Okay, question. What advice would you give to somebody hoping to start a YouTube channel? First of all, go for it, okay? Don't wait until you're ready. You're never going to be ready. Just go for it. Just start, okay? That's the first step. If you want to be part of the community, if you want to make friends, start your channel, okay? Second, don't worry about your equipment too much. Start with your phone. Most people start filming with their phone. That's what I did for years. Just, you know, use your phone. You don't even need lighting or a microphone or anything because your phone has a microphone. And your phone has a microphone. That doesn't sound right. And if you film in front of a window, you'll be fine. You're not gonna need a ring lamp. I still don't have a ring lamp. I know, it's bad. But, you know, you do what you do. You know. I told you, if I was here for the views, for the subscribers, then I would have invested in equipment. I'm not doing a very good job, am I? I'm still glad you're here, though. I'm very grateful for you, you know, for all your subscriptions. I can't speak. So yeah, I think that's my main advice. Start. Don't worry about your equipment. And yes, it's going to be awkward at the beginning. I haven't watched back my very first videos, but I'm sure they're very awkward. Your confidence will grow with time. The more you film, the more confident you'll get. That's with anything in life, really. The more you practice, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Yeah, sorry, that's life. Next question, what's your job? And then she actually sent me another comment saying, oh, ignore the job question, though, I know you're a teacher. So yes, I'm a primary school teacher, if you didn't know. What's your favorite TV program? I don't think I have one favorite TV program. I have lots of favorites. Right now, I'm really enjoying Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I like The Big Bang Theory. I like Friends. I like all those American sitcoms, especially the older ones. I really like them. Don't ask me why, I just do. So yeah. What's your favorite film? My favorite film? again, I don't think I have a favorite one. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. If I want to watch a musical, I would probably go for Hairspray. I love that musical. If I want a bit more action, I go with, I don't know, Wonder Woman or something like that. I don't know, it depends on what mood I'm in. I don't really have a favorite film. Sorry. Jungelty? Is that how you say it? I'm really bad with names. I'm really sorry, guys. I need to work on this. Jungelty. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go through the questions. What's your least favorite genre? I'm gonna say erotica and horror. I think those are my two least favorite genres. I wouldn't read any of those. Erotica or horror. I read a horror book by accident last year, but you know, it happens. I thought it was a thriller, but turns out it was horror. Anyway. So yeah, those two, not my favorite. What's the most underrated food? Good question. Underrated food. I'd have to say peanut butter and banana sandwiches. So good. If you get, you know, 2 slices of bread, cover them with peanut butter, and then you slice your bananas, put them in the middle. It's so good. So good. If you haven't tried it yet, please do. It's so good. I promise you. Okay. What's your guilty pleasure? TV show, genre, or music? Guilty pleasure. Okay, I'm gonna go for music. I'm gonna say late 90s, early 2000s pop music. I love that boy band period, you know. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, you know, that time period. That's my guilty pleasure. I love that. I love that kind of music. It's so good. So yeah, Avril Lavigne, you know, those nostalgic feelings that you get. Yeah, love those. Okay, do you have a hidden talent or party trick? I don't think so. I mean, I can bend the top of my finger, but that's it really. I can, oh, I'm kind of stretchy, I'm kind of bendy, so you know how sometimes people can't touch their toes? I can touch my whole hand into the floor, you know, just naturally, just, you know, without stretching or anything. You just go down and touch the floor. I guess that's a hidden talent. I don't know. Maybe that's not a talent at all. That's just weird. Okay, next. Have you ever said that you read a book when in fact you only watched the movie? Oh, all the time in school. Okay, I don't do this anymore. But I used to do this in school. I never read books in school, honestly, because they were all classics. They were all boring as hell, and I couldn't finish those books. The only books I finished in school were Les Miserables, and Great Expectations, because we read it as a class. Every single day we read a little bit, so I had to read it. And that's it. 2 books I read in my whole school life up till I graduated from high school. Yeah, great. Okay, now next question, next person. Oh, okay. I know I'm going to butcher your name. Okay? I'm sorry in advance. Manoak? Manu? I'm going with Manu. Manu van Vlimmeren. I'm so bad at names, I'm so sorry. Okay, you know who you are. I'm gonna put your picture down below. I'm so bad, I'm sorry. I feel really bad when I get people's names wrong. I'm really bad. Okay, question number 1. Which fictional character do you think you're most like? Okay, so as I said before, I wish I was more like Luna. You know, just don't care what people think. Nowadays, I'm more like her. I'm more, you know, like, I don't really care. I'm different and I own it. Now, I'm trying to stay away from Harry Potter for the answers now. So which fictional character do you think you're most like? Okay, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I would describe myself. I wouldn't describe myself, but I can see myself in Miss Honey from Matilda. Um, she is very protective of the children in her class. She will do whatever she can to protect them, and that's, that's me. I'm a mama bear. I've always been a mama bear. Even though I'm not a mama, I'm not a mom. But I've always had this instinct to protect children. And, but I'm not an aggressive kind of person. Like Miss Honey, like I think we have that in common. So I think I'm going with Miss Honey from Matilda. Yeah. Okay, what favorite TV show and movie? Okay, favorite TV show and movie. As I said before, I don't really have a favorite TV show or a movie. It depends on what mood I'm in. Favorite TV shows, I would usually watch American sitcoms, but movie, it just depends. Like, I watch almost anything, really. Okay. Which fictional world would you want to travel to? Ooh, interesting question. I would want to visit. I'm looking at my books just so I remember all the worlds. I would love to visit. Oh, there's so many to choose from. Warcross by Mary Lou. I love that point system that decides your status in society. Like, if you go to a new place, you get a certain amount of points. If you water your plants, you get a certain amount of points. Everything you do, you get points. And the higher your points, the higher your status in society will be. I find that amazing. I loved that book, Warcross by Mary Lou. So if I could go to that fictional world, that's where I would go. I would love that so much. And I would be able to play Warcross, which sounds amazing. So yes. I wish that was real, I wish we had this virtual reality where we got points for doing everything. So yeah, anyway, next question. A book you would recommend to everyone? A book I'd recommend to everyone. Well, I'm always recommending Nevermore. It's a middle grade, but I love it, so middle grade. Nevermore. Harry Potter, obviously, for people who haven't read it yet. Harry Potter. Eve of Man, just because it's in my mind right now and it's really good. A Darker Shade of Magic. I would recommend that one as well. There are so many books. It depends on what you're into. It depends on what kind of book you're into. So I don't think there's one book I would recommend to everyone, because it's very personal, isn't it? It's a matter of taste. If you're into horror, I'm not gonna recommend a middle grade for you. Or if you're into romance, I'm not gonna recommend a thriller. It depends on what you like. So yeah. Okay, next one. The world of reading. Okay. Question. What book terrified you? I was a little bit scared whenever I read a horror book by accident. As I said before, I read Saw Kill Girls. I can't remember who it's by. Claire something. I'm sorry. Saw Kill Girls. I read it last year, and it kind of terrified me. So yeah, that was really scary. I wasn't ready for that. Next question. We're flying through the questions, guys. Next one. What are your hobbies besides reading? I like making things with resin. I found a passion really with resin. Let me just show you. I have a few things here. They're just sitting there drying off actually. I have made a few earrings. Made of resin. Those are my gummy bear earrings. Just making jewelry out of resin. It's so relaxing. It's so chilled. I could spend hours doing these. So yeah, I have an online shop. I'm gonna leave it linked down below as well, but it's closed for now because I can't go to the post office. So sorry. But whenever this crisis is over, then I'm gonna open the shop again, and then you can buy whatever you want. Deal? Deal. What does it take to be a teacher? Because I want to be a teacher. Oh, brilliant! You want to be a teacher? Yes. What does it take to be a teacher? It takes a lot of patience. A lot of patience. Okay? It takes a lot of perseverance, especially when you're training. I wanted to quit so many times through my training. I went as far as looking up flights. I was just gonna leave my car, leave everything there at uni. I wanted to come back home. I couldn't take it anymore. So, yeah, perseverance. Having a thick skin, because especially when you're training, you're going to be observed by other teachers and they're gonna give you feedback. And you know, having a thick skin, I still need to work on that. I'm very sensitive. So I've cried after observations, you know, whenever they're giving me feedback. Some of those teachers were so blunt. They were so, I want to say, cruel sometimes. I don't think they realize how much it hurts to be analyzed like that, to be judged like that. So yeah, I cried after a couple of observations. So thick skin, yeah, patience, determination, and thick skin. Okay, everything else you can learn. Okay, just take your time. Don't expect too much of yourself. Don't expect yourself to be a brilliant teacher right from the start, because you're probably not gonna be. We're always learning. Okay, we're always learning. So, oh, done. Oh, good luck with your teacher training. Nice. Okay, Jules Blues. What's your favorite character from the Chronicles of Narnia? I'm loving these questions. They're making me think. My favorite character from the Chronicles of Narnia. I really like Prince Caspian, but I'm not sure if it's because he's a really good character or because he's so familiar. You know, we get to see him from when he's a child all the way till he's really old. So we get to know him quite a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna say Prince Caspian. He's really a good character. He's a good man. Yeah. Okay, Prince Caspian. Not really sure why, but I don't know. I just really like him. Maybe it's because I watched the Disney adaptation. I don't know. Okay, now, next. We have Angela Rose Reads. Hi, Angela. Okay, question number 1. Which fictional character do you relate to most? As I said before, Luna Lovegood. Love that girl. Next, which fictional character would you most like to be best friends with? Oh, okay, I'd love to be best friends with so many characters to choose from. Okay, I want to say probably Vin from the Final Empire, from the Mistborn trilogy. Vin would be a wonderful friend, I think. She's very loyal to her friends. I mean, you know, as the character develops, she learns how to let people in. Sorry, it's not a spoiler really, you know. It's not really a part of the story, it's just her. So yeah, Vin, I think. There are so many characters I could have chosen. There's so many good ones. I mean, I could have chosen Annabeth, or Annabelle. I think it's Annabelle, from the Percy Jackson books. She seems like a really good friend as well. Yeah, there's so many. I don't know. I don't know. This is hard, people. This is hard. Okay, next one. What are your reasons for not watching Game of Thrones, even though you are an extra? It's just not my kind of show. Game of Thrones is wonderful to be a part of. I've met some really amazing people there. And, you know, the costumes are amazing. The whole makeup and hair and everything, even the blood that they put on you is amazing. So, you know, it's the whole atmosphere of everyone working towards the same goal. That set, all of the sets that they've used on Game of Thrones, there's such a good atmosphere in them that I loved being a part of it. I was in seasons 4, 5, and 8. Yeah, I took a break for uni, so yeah, 4, 5, and 8. And I loved it, but as a viewer, it's not my kind of show. It's just too complicated, and I don't like, I know I'm gonna sound like a prude, but I don't like seeing naked people on TV. I'm sorry, but no, it's not for me, and there are way too many naked people on Game of Thrones. So, no. I don't mind the violence, because I've been in those scenes. I know it's fake. I know what it's like. So I don't mind watching violence, but I just don't like watching naked people. Sorry. No. Okay, next one. What character do you like the most from Harry Potter? Okay, we can get away from Harry Potter, can we? I'm gonna say Professor McGonagall. That woman goals right there. She is amazing. The way she's sort of like a mother figure to Harry, as well as Molly Weasley, but Professor McGonagall is his mother figure in Hogwarts, and she is very strict in a way, but she's fair, and you can see she loves those children, especially the ones in her house, the ones in Gryffindor. So, Professor McGonagall, goals. Yeah. If any Harry Potter magical creature could be brought to life, which one would you choose? I'm gonna choose a hippogriff because, yeah. Or do I get a house elf like Dobby? Dobby is amazing. I love Dobby. But no, I don't. I wouldn't know what to do with a house elf. I wouldn't want to put them to work. So a hippogriff, so it can go flying about the place. Yes, hippogriff. Brilliant questions. You guys are creative. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, here we go. Next, a book fiend named Mel. Hi, Mel. Okay, question number 1. What made you decide to become a teacher? Okay, so I worked as a classroom assistant in a primary school here in the area, and for ages the other teachers kept asking me, why are you not a teacher? Why are you not training? Why are you not doing your PGCE? And, you know, at the start I was like, no, it's not for me. It's too much responsibility, too much work. I'd have to go back to university. I was like, nope, too much. But then, as the time went on, I was like, you know what? I could actually do this. Because as a classroom assistant, I was mainly photocopying paper and, you know, taking children to the toilet to make sure they didn't mess about and, you know, throw water everywhere. So I thought to myself, I can do more than that. You know, I can do a lot more than this. So yeah, that's when I decided to finally go back to uni and do my PGC, do my teacher training. Haven't looked back since. It was the best decision I ever made. Honestly, I'm so glad I survived that course. I'm so proud of myself. It was tough, but I did it. And I love my job now. I love my job. Okay, next question. What grades do you prefer to teach and why? Now, I'm a supply teacher at the moment. So I teach anything from nursery to P7, which is 4 to 11-year-olds. So anything between 4 and 11-year-olds. Or 3 actually. Nursery is 3. Yeah, from 3 to 11. I like, there are pros and cons for every age group. The older ones are nice because you can actually, you know, have a chat, you know, have a bit of banter with them. You can, you know, make jokes, talk about stuff, about books even. But the little ones, they're so cute and they want to please you so much that they'll do anything that you tell them to do. So, you know, if you say, okay, everybody get up. As soon as you say that, all the 4-year-olds up on their feet. If you say that to an 11-year-old, they're going to be like, oh, what are we going to do, miss? Why do we need to get up? So, you know, it's a different attitude that the children have. But yeah, each age group has its pros and cons. I couldn't pick one favorite grade. Okay, next question. What are your favorite books to read aloud to a class? Anything really. I would read anything. I've read picture books, I've read classics, I've read everything to children in a class because I'm a supply teacher, so you know, you work with all these different age groups. I don't know, I like reading anything really to them, as long as you're engaged and you know, you do the voices and all that, then the children will be engaged. It's brilliant, it's so good. So yes, I like reading anyway. Okay, next question. If you had a dinner party and invited your favorite authors round, who would you invite? I would invite Brandon Sanderson, a new favorite. I would invite... See, you have to separate the author from their work. I love J.K. Rowling's work, but I don't know her as a person. I don't know if she would have anything nice to contribute to the dinner party. I don't know. I would go with Brenna Sanderson and Jessica Townsend. She's lovely. Marissa Meyer. Yeah. And Queen Bardugo. Lee Bardugo, for those of you who don't know. I call her Queen Bardugo. Yeah, those. Oh, and Via Schwab. Oh, I met her in a book signing 2 years ago, I want to say. Last year, or I don't know. She's lovely, and yeah, Via Schwab. Amazing. Okay, here we go. Finally, what is your favorite snack or drink to have while reading a good book? I like chocolate because it doesn't really crunch, so you can still, hear if you're listening to an audiobook and, it won't go everywhere. So chocolate or biscuits. Anything that won't get my book dirty, basically. Okay, brews and reviews. Here we go. Kat, my sister channel. Remember I said go and check her out. Her link will be down below. Okay, question. What would you do if you were read into the book you're currently reading? Brilliant, because right now we're reading Inkheart as a buddy read. So I can see where she came up with that question, I would probably hide somewhere and just read. There are lots of little villages in that book, lots of lovely places. But I'd be scared of leaving my home because, the baddies might find me. I don't want to give any spoilers away, so yeah. But yes, Inkheart. I think I would like that, actually. Yeah, I like that. I would try and find the main characters because they sound so interesting. Okay, what has been your favorite acting job? Favorite acting job was probably High Rise. I filmed that one. I was an extra, but I was a featured extra because in High Rise, the whole film is set in a building. Okay, it's a apartment block. I don't know how you call it. It's a flat, and all of us were in this flat. We're all residents in this flat. And so I was there for 7 weeks filming this, and Tom Hiddleston was there. He is one of the most lovely people I have ever met. Not just actors, just a lovely person. He's amazing. He's such a gentleman. Oh, I miss him, honestly. Tom, if you're watching this, I know you're not, but if you're watching this, I miss you. I didn't recognize him whenever I first met Tom Hiddleston. We met at the breakfast table, and we were just chatting. I thought he was someone from the crew, I was just talking about our day and, what we're gonna do. And I didn't recognize him. So that's how we met. And yeah, we spent 7 weeks there filming this. And he would come and say hello, and he used to talk to me every day we were there. We talked about uni. He's incredibly intelligent. And yeah, because that's what you do, when you're a nice person. You talk to people. Doesn't matter who you are or who they are. You talk to people. And so yeah, that's what we did. That's whenever I was filming that. That's actually when my 30th birthday came up. I couldn't do anything with my family. I couldn't go out to celebrate because I was filming. So it was really special to me whenever Tom Hiddleston came and, said, "Happy birthday, how's your day?" and, all that. So I was like, oh, he's such a special boy. So yes, and yeah, we used to share Oreos, not share the same biscuit. I actually have some Oreos here. We used to share a packet of Oreos. It was me, him, and his bodyguard / driver. He is such a lovely man as well. Oh, such a lovely man. Forgot his name, but he was a really nice guy. And yeah, that was my favorite film. It's a very underrated film. It's a very low budget film, which is surprising for, those big names to be making such a low budget film. But it was brilliant. The crew, the environment, everyone was so lovely, everyone was so friendly. It was brilliant. Next question. What's your favorite book that isn't part of your favorite genre? Ooh. My favorite book that's not part of my favorite genre is fantasy and middle grade. Okay, I have 2 favorite genres. Fantasy and middle grade. My favorite book that's not either of those. I'm gonna say Warcross. Warcross is sort of like sci-fi dystopian kind of setting. It's not exactly fantasy. So I'm gonna go with Warcross by Mary Lee. Brilliant book, as I said before. Brilliant book. Okay, next one. Which Hogwarts house would Millie be in? Okay, Millie, she is very caring, she's very loving, so I could see her being a Hufflepuff, very loyal. But she's also very brave, you know, whenever we're walking and she sees like a horse or a cow, which are like 10 times bigger than she is, she will go up to them and start barking her head off. So she's very brave, like a Gryffindor. But she's also very determined in her goals. If she wants something, she will do whatever she has to do to get it. So she could be a Slytherin as well. I don't see Millie as a Ravenclaw. She's not really into learning anything. I tried teaching her a few tricks. She doesn't care. So I'd say anything but Ravenclaw. Yeah. I'm gonna say Hufflepuff because, not because it's my house, but because one of her best traits, one of her most outstanding traits is how caring she is. She has a very good temper for a Westie. Westies are known to be very, not aggressive, but have attitude. We call it Westitude. But Millie doesn't have that. She will come up to you and, you know, give you a little kiss on your face to wake you up instead of barking at you like some dogs do. She is really, really good. She's a really good dog. So yeah, I'm gonna say Hufflepuff. Okay, are there any popular books you've been avoiding reading? Popular books. Now, there's A Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I've been avoiding it because the hype has been so high. And I don't know, I think I'm going to be let down by it because everyone praises it so much. My expectations are so high. I think I'm gonna be let down by it. But my friend just convinced me to get the book, so I have a copy of The Cruel Prince now, and I'm gonna read it soon. So yeah, probably A Cruel Prince. Yeah. A Cruel Prince or The Cruel Prince? I don't know now. Okay, thanks Kat for the questions. Now Megan. Okay, what's the longest book you've ever read, and how long did it take you to read it? Longest book I've ever read was probably, I tried reading War and Peace, couldn't do it. I read 40% of it, couldn't do it. Probably Winter, which is the last book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I think that was the longest one. It's about 800 pages. And it took me a while to read it, but the story was so good that I just devoured that book. What is the single weirdest book you have ever read? The weirdest book? Ooh. I'm gonna go with Eleanor Oliphant's Completely Fine. It's a brilliant book, but it's so weird. The main character, she's very special. She's very unique. It was a weird one, but I loved it. I would highly recommend it to everyone, actually. Eleanor Oliphant's Completely Fine. Read that one. It's by Gail Honeyman, I want to say. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. Next. 5 books to take to a deserted island. You can only pick 5. Oh, no. Okay. Nevermore. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. What else? The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. And A Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab. Yep, 5. We got there. Okay. Which book has had the single biggest impact on you as a person? I'm going to say The Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot, because that's what got me into reading as a teenager. I love those books. I was obsessed. Yeah, that whole series, The Princess Diaries, I was hooked. I love those characters, and it really got me into reading, so yeah. Guys, lots of questions. Oh, I need a break. What's your favorite place to read? In the sofa. Yeah, on the sofa in my living room. Did reading in school make you love books more or make you resent reading them? I really didn't like reading in school because we weren't being asked to read good books. Like, relatable books. We were only reading classics. Like, what kind of teenager is only interested in classics? I wasn't. So, I did. No, it made me resent classics. Have you ever read a book in more than one language? See, I don't remember reading a lot in Portuguese. If you don't know, my first language is Portuguese because I'm from Brazil. I think I read the first Harry Potter book in Portuguese and then again in English years later, because if I'm not mistaken, I read the first book and then Mom and Dad are like, oh no, you're not allowed to read Harry Potter. So that's why I didn't continue with the series until I was like 20 or something. So yeah, I read Harry Potter in Portuguese and English. I have never thought of that. Yes. Interesting. What's your most recent DNF? Why'd you DNF it? My most recent one was Circe, I think, by Madeline Miller. I think that was my most recent one. Yeah, so I DNF'd it because, when you're not interested in any of the characters, and you read it for hours, what feels like hours, and then you look down and you see the page count, you've only read about 3 pages. That was Circe for me. I couldn't carry on with it, so I DNF'd it. Okay, now next one we have Nicole from A Beautiful Chaos of Books. She's asking, what's your favorite book that you've read so far this year? I think so far this year my favorite book has been either Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare or The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. 2 big books. I love both of them, so I don't know which one to pick. I'm gonna go with 2 of them. Yeah, Chain of Gold and Hero of Ages. Alright, next question. She gave me 2 questions. What was your dream job when you were younger? My dream job, okay, I had 2 options. When I was young, I wanted to be a ballerina. Didn't work, obviously, I'm too big for that. Ballerina or a teacher. I used to teach my little sister how to read and, how to do maths and stuff. So yeah, I guess I got my dream job after all. Interesting. Okay, next question. By, I can never say your name, I'm really, really sorry. Jersty? Is that right? Jersty Julie? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna butcher anybody's name anymore, okay? I'm gonna stop saying names. Okay, question. What's your favorite TV show and which book would you recommend to your favorite character from that show? Okay, well, I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine recently, so I would recommend The Prison Diaries to Rosa Diaz. It seems like the kind of book she would be interested in. It was very interesting. I never thought I would like that book, but I got it as a gift and I loved it. So yeah, The Prison Diaries. Sorry, my battery died. I had to change it. This video is going to be incredibly long. The editing is gonna be fun. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so question. Oh yes, I was gonna recommend a book to Rosa Diaz. We've talked about that. Yes. Next one. What's your favorite non-fiction book? Favorite non-fiction? I'm gonna say The Prison Diaries by Jeffrey Archer. It was so interesting. It's basically his diaries from whenever he went to prison, and I only got to read part 1 because it's like a series. I think it's a duology or something, but it's non-fiction. And I read the first part. I read the first book, The Prison Diaries. Yeah, it's so interesting. I love getting to see different places, that I wouldn't normally see in real life through books. So that was so interesting. It was really an eye-opener. So yeah, that one. Okay. If you wrote a book, which genre would it be in? Probably middle grade. Because I'm in touch with children. at work, and I kind of know what's expected of middle grade nowadays and what children are into, and you know how to engage children more. So I would say middle grade. Yeah, yeah. Okay, if you could live anywhere in the world except for where you currently live, where would you live? Oh, good question. I would like to live in Australia because it sounds fantastic. It has a good weather, decent civilization, you know, we're not in the middle of the jungle. Um, Teachers are well paid in Australia. There are surfers everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Australia. Okay, which YouTubers inspire you? There's quite a lot of people who inspire me on YouTube. I couldn't just pick one or two. I don't know. I would say Mary from Mary Among Books. She is so calming in her nature. Her vlogs are so relaxing. That really inspires me. Sometimes I'm a bit, you know what I mean? So I need to calm down, and you know, I love her videos. So good. I really find inspiring Victoria from What Victoria Read. Whenever she talks about books, you can tell she loves them. She goes so in depth into those books, and she's so kind, she's so supportive, she's such a good friend. So another inspiration there as well. I don't know, there's so many good inspiring booktubers out there. If I were to list everyone, I'm sure I would miss some of them. So I'm not going to. Okay, I'm gonna give you two, Mary and Victoria for now. That's it. But just know that there are lots of other booktubers who inspire me. So yeah. Another question. What do you think of distance learning? I think it depends on the age group. If you're trying to teach 4-year-olds how to read and write in distance learning, that's not gonna work so well. Their attention span is very limited, so you're not gonna get a lot done. But if you're teaching adults, yeah, why not? Go for it. Yeah, I'm all for it. Okay, question number 2. What was the hardest part of moving to another country? Not knowing the language. Okay, so my family moved to Wales when I was 12. And the only words I could speak in English were hello and bye-bye. Not even goodbye. Bye-bye. Okay, those were the only two things I could say. So it was tough going to school. I didn't have my sisters with me because they went to primary school. I was 12. I had to go to secondary school. I had to go to high school. In America, it would be middle school, I guess. But yeah, it was tough. It took me 3 months to find where the toilets were at school. I didn't make any friends. So yeah, it was tough. And then all the boys in the classroom, they wanted to walk me home, and you know, they wanted to pay attention to me. And then the girls didn't like that. They felt a bit threatened, even though we were all like 11 and 12. It's ridiculous. They got together one day. They cornered me at the back of the school, and they said they were going to beat me up. Thank goodness a teacher showed up. And then they called my parents and all their parents, and it was a whole thing, and nobody got beat up. But it was really scary. Moving to a different country is really scary. I could do a whole video about that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that for another video. But yeah, if you ever decide to move to another country and you have children, please prepare them beforehand. Make sure they know some of the language. Make sure they have some support whenever they are in this new place. It's hard being a child in a different country. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, number 3. What's your favorite series of all time? Can I just cop out and say Harry Potter? I'm gonna say Harry Potter. Number 4. What are your favorite favorite kind of booktube videos to make? As I said before, vlogs. I love making vlogs. Love making vlogs. Number 5. What are your favorite kind of booktube videos to watch? Vlogs as well. I like reading vlogs. I like just, ordinary vlogs where you're baking and talking, or just, just chatting. to the camera. I like that. It's very chilled, very relaxed. Okay, next one. Here we go. Another question. Do you like Doctor Who? And if so, who's your favorite Doctor? Okay, I used to love Doctor Who. I liked David Tennant. I thought he was the best Doctor Who of the whole history of the show. But then after he left and Matt came on, Matt something, I can't remember his name, Matt Smith or something? I don't know, sorry. Anyway, the next guy came on. I kind of lost interest. And then the other guy, the Capaldi guy, came on. And I was like, no, I think I'm over it. So I kind of grew out of it. But yeah, Doctor Who's a good show. I just got bored of it. I got sick of it. But yeah, David Tennant, such a brilliant man. Never met him, but he's a brilliant man. Okay, where are you from? I was born in Brazil, but I have dual citizenship. I'm Brazilian and British. And I've spent over half of my life in the UK. So yeah, I'm kind of half and half. Also, I'm half Spanish because my dad's side of the family is Spanish. So that's a complicated question. Okay, where are you from? I don't know. I could say Brazil, Spain, UK. I don't know. Okay, what's your favorite color combination? Oh, purple and turquoise. Kind of like a mermaid theme. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, what's your favorite magic system? The ones we get in Harry Potter. That magic system is brilliant. But I also really like the magic system in the Mistborn trilogy with the metals and all that. That was amazing. That trilogy, really, if you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't read it yet, please do. Okay, what do you teach? I teach primary school, so I teach everything in primary school. Maths, English, science, PE, I teach everything. So I already know your Hogwarts house, so I want to know, what cabin from Percy Jackson do you think you'd be a part of? I actually took the quiz recently to find out which cabin I'd be in Percy Jackson if I was there. I'm actually a daughter of Artemis. Ta-da! I think they're called Hunters of Artemis or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I could really relate to that. You know, that was really good. Plus we get to play with archery. I love archery. I've done some archery and it's amazing. So much fun. Okay. What are some books you dislike with a passion? I don't think there are any books I really dislike with a passion. But I really don't like Circe by Madeline Miller. That's all I'm gonna say. Really don't like it. Favorite characters from Harry Potter and why? I've already said that. I like Luna Lovegood, Molly Weasley, and Professor McGonagall, my favorites. And Neville Longbottom, of course. Where did you get that the Harry Potter blanket from your chair? My Harry Potter blanket. That's in my chair. Yes, this one. It's always here. I actually got this lovely blanket from... It was a gift from my good friend Rebecca. And yeah, it was such a lovely gift. It's so soft. Honestly, it's beautiful. And I just leave it here whenever I'm cold. I just put it on my legs. And whenever, you know, I go to sleep at night, I put it over my computer because sometimes it will turn on by itself at night and it will make the whole room really bright. So I was like, oh, no. So I just put the blanket on top of my computer, which sounds really weird, but I put it to sleep, okay? I put it under a blanket. Last question. You just got in there, Victoria. What Victoria read. Which video you're most proud of? Which video I'm most proud of? That's a hard question because I've made so many videos and I don't remember them all. I'm really proud of a snippet of a video actually that I made for the Reading Rush. It used to be called, oh, what was it? Before it was the Reading Rush, it was like a booktube readathon thing. And I made a little skit with Millie and she was dressed as Dobby from Harry Potter and I was really proud of that. I think that was my favorite little snippet of video. Everything else was a bit cringeworthy, but yeah, that little bit with Millie was just so good. So yeah, that's it for the questions, guys. Okay, this video is going to be so incredibly long. Without further ado, let's go to the giveaway. I can't wait to see who's gonna get the £20 worth of books from Book Depository. Okay, I'm not looking. Okay, I've picked one at random. Okay, so I've just taken a name out and I was going to get in touch with that person, but their Twitter is, you know, on private, so I can't talk to that person. So I'm gonna have to pick someone else. Okay? So I'm not even gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna delete that part. I'm gonna edit this out. I'm not even gonna tell you because that person's gonna kick themselves now because they almost won. Oh, guys, make sure your Twitter is open, you know, make sure I can actually get in touch with you. Okay, you can see it here? Yeah. I'm not looking. Picked one. Oh, it's that name that I can't pronounce. I'm really sorry. Jerstiguli. I don't know how to say this. I'm gonna write it down here because I'm really bad with names. So, I'm gonna get in touch with you. Let me just check if I can actually get in touch with you. I think I can. But yes, congratulations! You've just won £20 worth of books from Book Depository. I'm gonna get in touch with you before I post this video, okay? So by the time everyone's watching this, you will already have got a message somewhere on Twitter or Instagram. So yes, congratulations! So that is it. This has been an incredibly long video. I'm really sorry. Well done if you've stuck with me for this long. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. Really, you're such big stars. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I didn't even know what to say. Don't even know what to say. Thank you, and here's to 1,000 more. I'll see you when I do another Q&A when I get to 2,000. That's it, guys. As always, if you like this video, you know what to do. Give it a like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.